It's showtime, my friend. How nice, come on in. It's so good to see you again. Got stories to share, I'm virtually there. It's showtime, my friend. It's showtime, my friend, with a tear or a grin. We're chomping the bit to begin. Wear sweatpants or stir the snacks. It's showtime, my friend. If you have to go, I want you to know it's easy to sign right back in. Connection too slow, hope you don't miss the show. It's showtime, my friend. Play that guitar. It's time to prepare for our online affair. I do hope you'll stay till the end. I've tuned up my axe, sit back and relax. No matter how your day has been, we'll make you smile, make it all worth your while. It's showtime, it's starting in no time. It's showtime. Showtime, my friend. Well, welcome back, everybody. Mom says that she's got things set up in the room there so that other people can see the show, too. Hello, everybody at Independence Village. I did not expect that. Now, you guys, normally, when I play shows in person, I try to do a lot of songs that you folks would know. But most of you people there in Independence Village are not going to know the songs today, other than I've done a couple of them for you before. But this is going to be a range of songs that I've written and that had produced by Tom Hagen. And while I say produced, what I did is I sent him the song, and then I said, now arrange it the way that you would arrange it. And he does some really fine stuff with that. Now, he did not do this Showtime song. That's one I did myself here. But we're going to start off with one called She's Waiting. And I have a couple of songs here. Well, let's see. Let me look at this note here. I've got a note to say here. I've been writing songs for 50 years. I won a bunch of songwriting awards. One of my songs made it onto an RCA album by Scott Baio and was also sung on Star Search in the 1980s version of America's Got Talent. This is not the song, though, and because I haven't had Tom do an arrangement for this one. But anyway, so here it is. Let's get right onto it here. This is called She's Waiting. And it has a little story behind it. Here we go. There's a bar by the border. Pablo brings what you order. And I've been gone away for way too long. There's a pretty Chiquita, and she'll be glad to meet you. And her sister will too, but that'd be wrong. And I know that she's waiting, and I know she's still waiting, and I know that she's waiting just for me. And I see her face smiling, I can see that she's laughing, and I know that she's waiting just for me. While Chiquita danced for me, her boys hid some killer weed inside my rusty Chevy van. After 4 years in prison, I'm a man on a mission, and she waits for her numero uno man. And I know that she's waiting, 'cause I called and she's waiting, and I know that she's waiting just for me. And I'll bet that she's laughing and her whole gang is laughing, but the last one who's laughing will be me. Now a Glock is a sweet gun, and you don't want to be one of them boys when I kick those swinging doors. And that dark room will light up, and their black hearts will stop and they'll lay dead on that dirty wooden floor. And I know that she's waiting, 'cause I called and she's waiting, and I know they're all waiting just for me. And I'll bet that she's laughing and her whole gang is laughing, but the last one who's laughing will be me. And I know that she's waiting, 'cause I called and she's waiting, and I know they're all waiting just for me. And I'll bet that she's laughing and her whole gang is laughing, but the last one who's laughing will be me. And I know that she's waiting, 'cause I called and she's waiting, and I know they're all waiting just for me. And I'll bet that she's laughing and her whole gang is laughing, but the last one who's laughing will be me. Oh yeah, she's waiting. There was, I can't remember, there was one of the words that another word came out of my head and went out my mouth before I had the chance to stop it. Say, come on now, folks. All right, so yes, she's waiting. How about now this next one? This is kind of interesting, and I've told this story before, but not everybody would remember it necessarily. I was working in Sacramento, and this woman who claimed to have gypsy blood came up to me after one of my shows and said that I was going to be very famous, and it would start with a song that I would write with the word beautiful in the title. Well, as I was driving home, and I went, oh, wait a minute. I already know what's going to be in the title of this song that's going to make me famous. Why don't I just write it? So as soon as I got home, grabbed my guitar and wrote this song that I'm going to play for you right now. And it did make me famous because I'm playing for you people right now. Isn't that nice? Okay. So anyway, here it is. Oh, I didn't even look down here. Welcome all the folks in Independence Village. Yes, I did. And thank you for the hand claps, Joan. All right. Now, so here it is, Beautiful One. Play it. Just like in the movies, well, I held your hand in mine. We took a walk down a country lane, and all the words just seemed to rhyme. I waltzed you through the garden gate. You asked me if I'd stay. I kissed you softly on the cheek, 'cause you knew what I'd say. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. I felt so warm when I saw you smile that I fell right through the floor. We talked so late that the sun came up, and then we laughed and talked some more. We held each other oh so tight as the shadows disappeared. We made sweet love in the morning light, and then I whispered in your ear, you're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. I brought you 16 roses, you put them by the bed. You hugged me for that note I left, 'cause this is what it said. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're the sun, my beautiful one, my beautiful one. You're my beautiful one. Yes, I've played that one quite a few times at different places, so some of you might have recognized that one. Now this one, not so much. This one I haven't played very often. It's kind of slow, and it's hard to squeeze in enough slow songs in a show. Maybe I should do I think I've done a show of all slow songs, but I wouldn't do that when I was out in person. Hey, there's Larry Webb. Okay, hi Larry. Larry we found out today that Larry had been, what do we call it? Anyway, he's on the mailing list, and it looked like he had unsubscribed from it, so we don't really know quite what happened. I'm pretty sure he didn't do it intentionally. Oh, and I see Jack and Barbara here. Hi, you guys. Ah, great. Brent and Jeannie. Oh, I didn't see Bud, Brent, and Jenny. Bud, Brent, and Jeannie here. Good grief, I'm getting my tongue twisted in a knot here. Let's see. Okay, so that was that one. This one is a real mellow song, and what I especially like the saxophone parts on this one. Sort of a, yeah. Anyway, let's play the song here. It's called "Because of You." I see the sun for the first time now. It shines on me, and I see stars for the first time now. They're here. I see flowers and trees and birds sing songs I've never heard before. I feel my heart, my hands, my arms, and it's all because of you. I feel the breeze as it laughs and tries to dance with me. I feel the earth where it runs to meet my feet. I feel warm and safe, and love I thought was always meant to pass me by. I can taste and touch and see how it's all because of you. My world was cold and gray, and everybody looked the other way. But then you came along, and you are why I sing this happy song. I see flowers and trees and birds sing songs I've never heard before. I feel my heart, my hands, my arms, and it's all because of you. I feel my heart, my hands, my arms, and it's all because of you. is Because of You. And a pretty song, but, you know, I've tried to play it a few times in-person shows, and, well, of course, the biggest difficulty is when people don't know a song that you've written, they don't have any reference to it. If you're lucky, at the end of the song, people go, oh, that's kind of nice. But if I play a song that everybody knows, everybody already knows it. They already have a relationship to the song. They've heard it. They remember things that were going on in their lives when they heard that song, and so on. So now I see Joe Dunwoody made it here today, and he's saying maybe a patriotic song. Well, maybe at the end. Maybe I'll try to do something how everything else turns out here. So, all right. Okay, let me bring this screen up here. Oh, here's a song now. A lot of story behind this song. And this one began as a song that my 9-year-old niece brought to me. And she said, I have this song that you want to do here. And her name is Marie. I should explain. Her name is Marie. And Marie said, I've got a song that I wrote. And I thought, oh, no. Because sometimes people will bring me a song, and often they don't know how to make it rhyme. They don't know how to make the meter work and so on. But this song she brought to me, it had all those things in it. I went, what the heck? It was called I'm Gonna Rock. Now, I'm not going to do I'm Gonna Rock because I don't have the arrangement for that, for this one, for the original one. What I did have, though, was I decided to do a new version of the song for a friend of mine who has a radio show. And he was using a James Taylor song for his show, and I told him, you know, you're supposed to pay licensing fees every year to use that song. And he went, oh, and I said, don't worry. So I found the song that I'd written with Marie. And by the way, Marie is like 24 years old now, so this started quite a while back. But she came up with a really cool thing, and you're going to hear it. This is a different version of the song now, just different words, but it's got the same kind of thing that Marie came up with initially. So here we go. It's called I'm Gonna Drive. I'm gonna drive in the morning, drive all through the day. I'm gonna race down the sunset, chase it till the sky turns gray. 'Cause when I drive, I'm free, ain't nothing gonna take that away. I'm gonna drive, and you sing, drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. 'Cause when I drive, I'm free, ain't nothing gonna take that away. I'm gonna drive up to Boston, Montreal, Ottawa, Thunder Bay. Cross the Badlands to Spokane, then Seattle on down to L.A. 'Cause when I drive, I'm free, ain't nothing gonna take that away. Get ready now. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. 'Cause when I drive, I'm free, ain't nothing gonna take that away. Don't give me no bicycle, no public transport jive. And if I gotta walk there, I don't wanna be alive. I gotta drive. I'm gonna drive all my life, gonna drive till my dying day. Promise you'll pick up my ashes and you'll drive them down the old highway. And then you roll down the windows, let the wind just blow me away. I'm gonna drive, 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 drive. 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 Jump on my chariot of gold, I'm gonna drive around heaven all day. I'm gonna drive. All right. Oops. Got to turn the echo off. Hello again. Toys is hard to play. It's hard to say too. Hello, friend. I know he's out there. Let's see. Oh, okay. So let me see. What else was I gonna tell you about this song? Drive in the morning, drive. Nope, just that it turned out. Oh, I know. I was going to say cross the Badlands to Spokane. And the reason I included the Badlands is because the last time Mom made a long, long trip, she went out west driving with a friend of hers, and the two of them made it out there, and they were in the Badlands as part of their trip. And I wanted to include that in the little song, so that's how come that happened in there. All right, here's one called A Face in the Cloud. And there's a little story behind that. Is I was working with a bunch of songwriters. We would sit in a circle and we'd play songs for each other. And at the end, somebody had the idea, hey, why don't we give out ideas for future songs? And so everybody put their little tag in a hat with an idea on it. And I picked this one out, and I couldn't read it quite right. They had kind of scribbled it. It said, face in a cloud or face in a crowd. I couldn't tell if it was a crowd or a cloud. So I asked, I said, hey, who wrote this? Face in a crowd? And the person said, oh, I did. I said, well, what is it, cloud or crowd? And they said, whatever you want it to be. Well, of course, I was going to write the song. So by the time I got done with it, it was both face in a cloud and face in a crowd. Here it is. She's just a face in a cloud, just a dream in my mind. Now for crying out loud, I keep searching the crowd, 'cause I'm dying to find her. She's somewhere out there, I know, so wherever I go, until I find her that day, I get carried away by that face in a cloud. Now some people get lucky, they find a love right away. Other people pursue it their whole life through it, never do it a day. But I don't think that'll happen to me, 'cause I feel the earth moving under my feet, and I see it roll my way when I look at the sky. She's just a face in a cloud, just a dream in my mind. Now for crying out loud, I keep searching the crowd, 'cause I'm dying to find her. She's somewhere out there, I know, so wherever I go, till I find her that day, I get carried away by that face in a cloud. Hey, that cloud might be smiling, oh, but now she looks shy. And if you stare right there, you'd swear that she's winking her eye. I think she might be trying to say to me that we're gonna meet almost any day. Then the wind sneaks up and blows my lady away. She's just a face in a cloud, just a dream in my mind. Now for crying out loud, I keep searching the crowd, 'cause I'm dying to find her. She's somewhere out there, I know. So wherever I go, until I find her that day, I get carried away by that face in the cloud. Till I find her that day, I get carried away by that face in the cloud. Until I find her that day, I get carried away by that face in a cloud. So I wanted to tell you folks about why this is such a big deal doing this group of songs. And Tom Hagen is a musician and a teacher, and he lives in the Ionia area. And I don't know which school he taught at, whether he taught at Ionia, but anyway, he was a high school teacher, and he just loved music, and he loved jazz too. And so I heard a song that he had recorded I'd say he recorded for his wife, who had written a song. And I thought, wow, I really like that arrangement. So I said, do you think I could get him to do, some arrangement for me? She said, oh, yeah, sure. So I called him up and sent him a song, and he sent it back, and it was like, dang, this is good stuff. I'm really having really enjoying it. So I asked him to do more and more, and pretty soon I have so many of songs that he's arranged that I can't even do them all today. So here's another one. Now this one he was a bit resistant to do, mostly because it was kind of rocking, and he didn't really have a chance to do what he does so well. One of the things that he does really well is these jazz arrangements, and this song, the song that I was choosing here, it wasn't a jazz arrangement, and so he had to work pretty hard to do that. So, and I'm sorry I didn't say that, William. I said toys is hard to play. I didn't say hi, William, but I know who you are. All right. So here we are then with a song called Devil's Line, and I co-wrote this with a fella out of, I think he lives in California actually, and he had this idea that he wanted to write a song that was like an older version of himself looking back and giving himself some advice. And so I started out with one batch of things and giving somebody advice, and we ended up turning it into a story song, which is quite different than what we originally started with, which is just fine with me. It's kind of a cool song here. But at the end, we have a rip-snorting guitar part by Dan O'Malley, who's a guitar player here in the Lansing area. And he did his best Jimi Hendrix stuff on this song. Been real happy with it. So here we go. At the end, you're going to hear some rockin' guitar. They set out on a quest to steal some ancient gold. Two poor and angry schemers, the young one and the old. They knew there was a curse, but they were bound to see it through. The end will justify the means, we want what we are due. And the grass is never greener in a backyard of regrets. Guilt's a brown beer bottle filled with half-smoked cigarettes. Fortune can't be solace when you drink it like cheap wine. The deed is written in blood when you sign on the devil's line. Then a storm rolled in, they found the mine and quickly scrambled down. When fighting over who got more, their lantern hit the ground. Then they watched each other burn, their bones now charred and cold. Just inches from the sunlit sky, their pockets full of gold. And the grass is never greener in a backyard of regrets. Guilt's a brown beer bottle filled with half-smoked cigarettes. Fortune can't bring solace when you drink it like cheap wine. The deed is written in blood when you sign on the devil's line. Well, it's just a simple tale, but when you look into the mirror, the young boy and the old man are the parts of me I fear. When standing at the crossroads and temptation beckons me, the choices that I make will either damn or leave me free. The grass is never greener in a backyard of regrets. Guilt's a brown beer bottle filled with half-smoked cigarettes. Fortune can't bring solace when you drink it like cheap wine. The deed is written in blood when you sign on the devil's line. The deed is written in blood when you sign on the devil's line. Take it away, Daniel. Rockin' guitar. Now that's not everybody's favorite stuff there, but I like it. I like the way that came out, man. I would have loved to have played that part, but I'd have to practice, for a few years, maybe 10, to be able to play guitar like that. Forget it. Oh my gosh. All right. Hands clapping there. All right, good. Let's see. I got to scroll back to the top of my screen here. And where are we? There we. Oh yeah. Now I wish I could have done this for you the way I planned to. This is a song called "Love Me Tonight," and it's a duet. And I actually recorded. Let me see. I should explain. Tom Hagen's wife is named Sherry Hagen, and I, made the recording of this. Just a rough demo, and I sent it off to him, and he turned this into a really nice thing. Then we said, I said, well, do you think Sherry'd be able to sing on this? And he said, oh yeah, sure she would. So we started out one thing, and I figured we should have the woman sing the high part, and then I would sing the low part of the harmony. Well, the only thing about that is that a woman's usually singing an octave higher, plus she's going to sing another third above that. So it didn't sound right when we were rehearsing it. So instead we reversed. I'm singing the high part, but it's only a few notes higher, and she's singing her part, but she's actually singing the low part closer to where I was. So anyway, turned out really nice that way. So anyway, what I wanted to do for you, though, I wanted to bring her face onto the screen here, and I didn't have enough time to set that up. So I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't show that to you. But you'll be able to hear her voice, and I'm going to play it for you right now. A little like Lawrence Welk, huh? It's the way that I feel about you when you're holding me tight. It's a certain something about you. It keeps me feeling alright. Don't you know that I love to love you? Darling, you're what I need. Come on, baby, and love me, baby, tonight. Take it away, Sherry.
You make me dizzy and I can't stop smiling whenever you come around. my feet are a locomotive, 10 feet off the ground.
I wanna be the one love that loves you. Bring on the moonlight. Come on, baby, and love me, baby, tonight.
La da 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 da
Da da da da. La da 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 da.
la da 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 da. La da 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 da.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I'm dizzy
It's the way that I feel
and I'm
about
smiling.
you when you're holding me tight.
Whenever you come around, my
It's a certain
feet
something
a
about you
locomotive.
keeps me feeling alright.
10 feet off the ground. Don't you know
that I'd love to
I wanna love
you?
you.
Darling, you're what I need.
I bring on the moonlight.
Come on, baby, and
Love me, baby, tonight. It's the way that I feel about you when you're holding me tight. It's a certain something about you that keeps me feeling alright. Don't you know that I'd love to love you? Darling, you're what I need. Come on, baby, and love me, baby. Come on, kiss me and hug me, baby. Come on, baby, and love me, baby, tonight. And thanks to the invisible Sherry Hagen for having provided the vocal for that one. Let's see what we have over on the side here. We have hands clapping again. Okay, I think those hand clapping were for the previous song, but I'll take it for this one. Now, the first song I sent to him was this one. It's called Stairway to Stardom. There's a story behind this, a lot of stories behind this. The big part for me, though, is that there is a trumpet part on here being played by Walter White. Now, some people go, wait a minute, Walter White, that name sounds familiar. Well, you may remember if you saw a TV show called Breaking Bad, and Walter White was the teacher who started selling drugs. I don't really want to get into that too much, but anyway, it was produced by a fellow by the name of Vince Gilligan. Well, I actually met a fellow by the name of Walter White. He's the guy who plays trumpet on here, and Walter went to college with Vince Gilligan, and Vince Gilligan then stole his name and made it the star of the show. So Walter White told me, he said, hey, I'm the original Walter White. But this fella now, the trumpet player that we're going to hear on here, he has played with Maynard Ferguson, Wynton Marsalis, Arturo Sandoval, and he played on the theme song for the TV show Taxi. But he lives in Okemos now. He decided he wanted to raise his family away from New York City. And so this song is called Stairway to Stardom. I wrote it with a guy who was, I guess you'd call him my director. I worked with him for a while when I was in Las Vegas. And we wrote this for a show that we were going to do on Monday nights, like Monday nights tonight. We were going to do it what they call an off night in Vegas, and a lot of the lounges are pretty much empty. So we were going to rent one of the lounges. They call it four walling. You rent the four walls, and then they get to sell drinks at these places. So the place makes money, plus they make our rent. And then our idea was that then we were going to have a talent show that we'd run every week. And there'd be prizes and all that good stuff. Well, anyway, so John Gregory, who was the fellow who came up with the idea for that whole thing, said, we're going to call it Stairway to Stardom, and you're going to write the song, he told me. And I said, oh, really? What's it going to be? He said, it'll be Stairway to Stardom. And so that's all he gave me. He said, now you go write the song. So here it is. But here's the most important part. The trumpet playing is out of this world. Here we go. And not the first trumpet. There's a trumpet on the beginning. I think it may be my own playing. Don't listen to that part. That's not so cool. When we get to the middle of the song, that's when it gets serious. Here we go. Stairway, stairway to stardom. If you really want to reach the top, you've got to climb. So grab a piece of the sky and jump right off. You know that you can fly. That's the stairway to stardom. Stairway, stairway to stardom. Every day it's 2 steps up and 3 steps down. You're a dancer, a singer, a clown, and cameras flash whenever you're around. That's the stairway to stardom. When you think you can't go on and the night will never end, 1 foot in front of the other, brother, that's your break just around the bend. Stairway, stairway to stardom. You gotta take it step by step and not look down. It's applause and laughter and tears. Just turn the key and kick it into gear. That's the stairway to stardom. Take it. So follow the yellow brick road, kiss the witch and the wizard goodbye. Judy made it, Diana made it, why in the hell can't I? Stairway to stardom. You gotta take it step by step and not look down. It's applause and laughter and tears. Just turn the key and kick it into gear. That's the stairway to stardom. You gotta spread your wings. You're gonna do great, great things. 'Cause it's stardom. Yeah, it's stardom. 'Cause it's stardom, stardom, stardom. Stairway to stardom. Well, what do you think of that trumpet part on that song? Man, oh man, he nails it. I was playing it for a fellow who has a studio here in town, a Grammy-winning recording engineer, and I played for him. I said, "Man, that's like Doc Severinsen." And he goes, "Or better." Really? I mean, Doc could do, forget it. So anyway, I just thought it was a great trumpet part. So we have another little song here called I Just Fell in Love. And in this one, I wrote this many years ago. I can't even remember how long ago. Let me see. I was in L.A. Probably in the 1970s. And I was maybe a little later than that. It might have been 1970s. Anyway, and I wanted it to sound like Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. And so I sent this off to Tom Hagen again. And he wrote an arrangement. He said, "I love Brazil 66." So he did his best to provide exactly that. So here it is. I Just Fell in Love. Love, I just fell in love, and I know that she just fell in love with me. Oh, love, I believe in love, addicted to the sweet romantic fantasy. When I'm with her, oh, I feel so And I know that she just fell in love with me. Oh, love, I believe in love. Addicted to the sweet romantic fantasy. The trees try to shake my hand, and the sidewalk rolls out a canopy. The birds sing at my command, and the flowers conduct a symphony. It's like April Fools in December. It's like Alice in Wonderland. And love, I just fell in love. And I know that she just fell in love with me. Whoa, love, I believe in love. Addicted to the sweet romantic fantasy. Well, I feel so high. My friends tell me, don't you fall, but I can't fly. Oh, love, I just fell in love. And I know that she just fell in love with me. Yeah, love, I believe in love. Addicted to the sweet romantic fantasy. 'Cause she just fell in love with me. Yeah, she just fell in love with me. What do you think? Do you remember Brazil 66? Does that sound like it to you? I thought he did a pretty good job. You know, the thing that was kind of different was, well, is that it was a guy singing the parts instead of some women singers. Well, there's that for sure. Okay, where are we here? Let me move the screen over just a little bit because it's getting in the way of your guys' comments over there. I want to make sure I said hi to everybody. Okay, we're at, oh my gosh, only 10 minutes left, and I have, like I told you, I got a lot of songs here. How about, let's do this one. I like this one because it's just fun. There are a lot of songs like grab your coat and get your hat. This one is called Through with the Blues. And there's another one, Blue Skies, smiling at me, nothing but blue skies. So those songs got into my consciousness, and I came up with my own version here. This is, some of the people we played it for said, hey, you know what? You should get a hold of Sherwin-Williams, the paint company, and tell them about this song, Through with the Blues. Well, you don't want to, no, because paint companies don't want to say, oh, we're not selling blue anymore. No. You want to say, I paint myself a whole rainbow view. Well, anyway, that's the idea behind this one, and here it is. Top of the news. I'm through with the blues. I'm gonna paint myself a whole rainbow view. It's the same cloudy day, just seen a new way. If the sunshine follows rain, then a smile will follow pain. Oh, the doubts in my head, I put them to bed. I got a brand new train of thought on the track. I swept out all the gloom. From now on I'll sing a happy tune. I got news starting today. I'm through with the blues. Here comes some Dixieland. Oh, the doubts in my head, I put them to bed. I got a brand new train of thought on the track. I swept out all the gloom. From now on I'll sing a happy tune. I got news starting today. I'm through with the blues. Top of the news. I'm through with the blues. I'm gonna paint myself a whole rainbow view. It's the same cloudy day, just seen a new way. And the sunshine follows rain, then a smile will follow pain. Load the doubts in my head, I put them to bed. I got a brand new train of thought on the track. I swept out all that gloom. From now on I'll sing a happy tune. I got news starting today. I'm through with the blues. La-da-da. I got news starting today. I'm through with the blues. Do-do-do-do. I got news starting right now. I'm through with the blues. One of the things that are interesting on that, Sherry, the lady who sang the harmony part with me on Love Me Tonight, she played the drums on this and quite a few of these other songs too. Now Tom played all the parts except the drums on everything else. Some of them he did on keyboards, some of them on bass guitar, some on electric guitar. Then he picked up saxophone, trombone, trumpet. I mean, this guy played a whole bunch of stuff on this one. On this and most of the other songs too. He played all the parts. Very cool. Very, very talented guy. Let's see. I have. I'm going to do a sort of a silly song here. This is the kind of song I wish that I had been knew better what to do in the music business all those years ago when Ray Stevens was having hit records. Because this song, I thought he might have done this on one of his albums. I don't think it would have been a hit for him, but it's called "Roll with the Punches" and goes like this. I was working on Highway 95. I got to feel a lot more dead than alive when along came the boss and accused me of goofing off. Well, the nerve. When he started shouting when I saw red, and then he fell on my shovel and he hit his head. Oh, I knew I was going to have a hard time explaining that one. Looks like I'm out of a job again. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches, or the punch is gonna get you down. You've got to roll with the punches. 'Cause the trees that bend are the ones that stay in the ground. My mean old lady skipped out on me. She took my stereo, my car, and my color TV. The police seemed a little slow about tracking her down until I found a little black book full of numbers and names, including 25 cops. Oh, scandal and shame. Looks like somebody was getting a little police action. I knew there was something funny about that girl. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches, or the punch is gonna get you down. You've got to roll with the punches. 'Cause the trees that bend are the ones that lay in the ground. Hit it! I got 5 cents back from the IRS. I had to celebrate. I know I had a good time, I guess. When I woke up, I couldn't believe what had happened to me. As I was leaving the bar, I propositioned a hound, and when the dog catcher came, I spent the night in the pound. No, girl, I don't want none of your dog food. Oh, well, if it means that much to you, I believe I'll try a little. You've got to roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches, or the punches don't get you down. You got to roll with the punches, because the trees that bend are the ones that stay in the ground. You gotta roll with the punches, or the punches gonna get you. Roll with the punches, or the punches gonna get you. Roll with the punches, or the punches gonna get you down. Yeah, and again, that was Sherry Hagen playing drums on that one, along with that arrangement. Now I have, my gosh, I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have 5 songs. I'm not going to get them all in here. So why don't I go ahead and let's see if I can bring the header back to this, my screen here. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to switch back, and I'm going to go ahead and find like a patriotic song for today here. How about God Bless America? Let me see. Let me find my chart. Yeah. God bless America. And oh yes, that's right. Irving Berlin wrote this. Irving Berlin was what a heck of a songwriter. He could barely. He played piano. He could only play piano in one key. This is real interesting. He couldn't read music, and he could only play in the key of F sharp. I don't know how that works out. And he had a special piano that he used that had a lever on it. So if a singer needed to sing in a different key, he just pushed the lever, and the piano would change keys, and he could still play in the key of F with his hands, but it would sound in a different key. So that was pretty darn interesting. So let's see. Oh gosh, I thought I had a tempo for this, but I don't. So I'm just gonna play guitar and voice. Here we go. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Now, since it's a short song, I'm just going to sing it again. And if you want to sing along, you can. God bless America, land beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. America, my home, sweet home. Oh, there it is. So that's for you, Joe Dunwitty. And oh my gosh, here I got let's see, the same thing. I got to find my song here. Oh, here, let's try. I'm going to find my TV segment music. And I'm going to let that play as we play out of here. Here it is. know this is Mark Wright's favorite part here because it has that cool bass sound, stand-up bass. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to next week already. I think I'll leave those other Tom Hagen songs off the list this time. We'll pick them up at another time in the future. And again, thanks so much for tuning in. Tell your friends about the show, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe. Woo, that's a little bit loud. How do I turn that thing down? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, now that I have a mixer over here, I can do this better. So anyway, we will see you next week right here, same time, same station. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. No, I have to disappear from the screen, don't I? That's right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes. La-di-da-da. Oh, wait, what's happening to my library? It's going away too. Oh no. Until next week. See you then.